Hello, welcome to Bourbon Battles. I'm Joe. Hey, a little change of scenery here. We're remodeling the studio from some shelves that fell. Not a good situation at my place. No bourbon was harmed in that process. So if you have shelves,
we had a 6.4 earthquake in Indiana.
it was bad. So I implore you, if you have shelves that all your bourbon's on, make sure they're good and sturdy. Not the little things that I had. So yeah, got lucky. Hey, if this is your first time watching, here's how we do it. My wife's got a spreadsheet. She picks 2 whiskeys, puts them in the black bags. We don't know what we're drinking. Right now, you guys know what we're drinking. In no particular order, we'll reveal which one is which when we find out. And Chad will let us know, Chad and I will let you know what we think about it somewhere along the way as we drink them, and probably just talk about other bunch of dumb shit.
Why are you yelling?
I don't hear very well. We go through this every single time, so let's get it out of the way. This is 1, and this is 2.
This one is 1.
Yep.
And this one is 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just water.
Okay.
And
White
then
Dog.
I don't do that one of these days. Just mess with it. Put some moonshine in there. Hey, I got some moonshine. So I was out of town last week, and for those of you that enjoy hearing these kind of stories, I did happen onto some birthday bourbon at retail. Kind of cool little story. But I picked up something that you might really want to try. Thought about having it on here today, but it's Old Smoky Mountain Moonshine Banana Pudding Cream.
I don't think so.
You don't want none of that?
I don't even try it.
You remember Lonnie that was on the show? He tried it. He said he loved it. Best thing he ever had. It's 30 proof. I think it's cask strength banana pudding. You don't even
30 proof.
30 or 35
Percent or proof?
proof.
No, I'm not interested.
Oh, I mean, it's literally one step away. Oh, yeah. This is an allocated seasonal release.
Allocated by whom?
Old Smoky Mountain Moonshine, bud. What's that say? 35 proof. There you go. Maybe we'll have that on a blind battle.
That'd be fantastic.
What do you think that'd do to your palate right before you drink some good whiskey?
Be all right.
Yeah. So when you say, oh, in case you were wondering, not you, them, the reason why we drink these blind is really important. It's mostly because we don't give a red rat's ass what's on the label.
That's a true story.
We don't care about little horsies on the bottles or...
Hold your horsies.
Yeah, that's why I got that. We don't care about what gold leaf or... Because some of that stuff that everybody spends all this time trying to get, it's not that good. Would you agree with that? Or it's good, but you can do just as well with something that's easy to find at a reasonable price.
Well, we'll see after we reveal what these are, because we've had issues with that the last couple episodes.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
I'll see?
Mm-hmm.
I smell some banana in that. Maybe it's because that damn thing's sitting out here. You smell banana in number 1?
This number 1.
The one on the left.
Number 1. This number 2.
Unless you screwed them up
I haven't
somehow.
screwed them up.
I like the nose on number 1 a lot better. Let's get this damn thing out of here before it... So I got a question for you.
Okay.
I was down in Tennessee last week and went to a craft distillery, they call them, and did like a little tour and tasting and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And these are not Glencairn glasses, but let's picture, neither is this really, but picture the traditional Glencairn glass. That's what they served us the samples in. And the guy basically said, does anybody know what this is called? And explained why you hold it on the bottom to not heat the whiskey with your hand. And really, really nice little tour and tasting they did. And so that's a Glencairn glass. He explained it. Do you know, this is a trivia question. If you don't know the answer, we'll talk about it after we're done filming. But See if somebody can get this right. Do you know what year the Glencairn glass was invented by the Scottish?
I'm gonna guess in the 1700s sometime.
And I guess the 1600s, I think, is the thing. So we'll reveal that on the next episode if we can remember.
I'm not right.
You're not right. I wasn't right. But let's see who can get the closest. Well, I mean, shit, it ought to be easy because I got the Googles.
Was that with an S?
Yeah.
Okay.
To the Googles they'll go.
All right.
So there's no prize because all you guys will cheat. I already know that. But it's really interesting. Put your guess in the comments of when the Glencairn glass was invented by the Scottish without Googling it for fun.
I don't have any idea.
We'll talk about it after this. What do you think if you had to pick a nose? You guys know what two whiskeys we're drinking, but they're not in any particular order.
I would pick number 2 because number 1 makes me feel like I'm gonna sneeze every time I smell
What do you think that is? Black pepper?
it. That's absolutely what it is. Yeah.
Do you seriously not smell bananas in number 1?
No. I don't smell peanuts either.
I would say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that is Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, but I can tell that it's not because there's not near enough ethanol. From the nose and the bananas that I get that with that. And I don't own a bottle of Jack Daniel's, a regular Jack Daniel's, so that's out.
A lot of people think that brown Foreman juice smells like bananas, though.
Speaking of that little craft distillery tour I went on, if you're ever down in Nashville, go spend 3, 4, 5 hours out at Leapers,
Nashville, Indiana?
Tennessee.
Oh.
Nashville, Tennessee, there's a little community out there called Leapers Fork, which is kind of like Story, Indiana. Little old shops and whatnot. There's a place there called Leapers Fork Distillery. Pretty good for craft distillery stuff, I'm not gonna lie. You like number 1? I do.
It's is it good?
Pretty damn good, bud.
It's a tastes like traditional whiskey flavors.
I can't believe you don't get bananas.
No, I don't.
I'm pretty convinced that it's not that pudding stuff that I got on my hands or something. But it might be.
Yeah.
I'm actually, whatever that is, a pretty big fan of it. Pretty easy to drink, I'd say. It's got a little hug there at the end. You already taste number 2?
Mm-hmm.
I'm behind this time.
I don't get much burn with either one of them.
No.
I think the flavor on number 1's a little better.
Did you try water?
It doesn't taste like bananas, but no, I haven't tried any water yet. I'm gonna take a little sip and I'll try some. How does a guy find Old Forester birthday bourbon at retail?
Well, interesting you should ask. I had been told at the old, would you consider that a distillery or a gift shop?
No, it's both. They make
a little there, don't they?
Yeah, they have a rick house and everything.
Out back, in the back of the building?
Yeah, and they've got a cooperage and everything else.
Okay. So,
As a matter of fact, I think, well, we'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
so we were staying at a hotel, literally 300 yards from Old Forester on Main Street, down in Louisville. We're gonna go to dinner. And last time I was at Old Forester, which is a really cool little place, I think. Have you done a tour or anything there? I have not. So you would see why I thought it was just a gift shop then. When you walk in the front. And last time we were there, I bought a bottle of something, and I actually went in there.
There's stills called Big Penny.
Right there in the middle of that back room. Mm-hmm. That's actually a working still. For some reason, I thought it was decorations. Be an expensive decoration, I suppose. But I actually went in there to see if they had any rye, which I assumed they did, which for whatever reason, the Old Forester rye's gotten to be extremely difficult to find in Indiana. And I like it quite well. So I told my wife, I said, let's pop in here and make sure they got rye, make sure they got plenty of it. We'll go to dinner, and tomorrow morning before we leave town, we'll pop in here and get a bottle of rye. Okay. So we walk in, we're just kind of, well, there's the rye, cool. And I said, let's go in the back where the cash registers are. Last time we were there, the guy said every great once in a while they'll put out a case or something, a presidential or birthday bourbon, right place, right time, whatever. And I see a bottle of birthday bourbon. They just set it on the counter, and I assumed it was for display only, and lucky me, it was for purchase. So,
well, they have a lot of them on the shelves everywhere, but they're for display only.
And it is 2020, so which you've had, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I tried it. I thought it was pretty damn good. It's one of those things. I mean, it's a unicorn, right? Whatever.
It absolutely is. Especially the last 2 years.
So from my understanding, this year, people had started to camp out on Main Street about 4 days prior to the release, which they do on September 2nd.
It's worth it, isn't it? Sleep on the concrete?
Poop in a bucket, or what do you do? No, it's not worth it. It's good. But you know what else I got?
Be a sipper, don't be a flipper.
But you know what else I got this weekend that I think might be just a touch better?
What's that?
A Maker's Mark Private Select. It's different. Completely different. It's really...
Mash bills are different. I mean...
You really shouldn't compare the two. The Old Forester's a high rye, and obviously the...
I mean...
It depends on what you like, right?
Yeah.
And I also got a Wilderness Trail store pick that I tried it last night too, and I might like it better. Now, don't get me wrong. If I went down there today and they put out a bottle of 2021, because I can't buy another one ever of that year.
They limit you?
Yeah, they take your damn driver's license, put the scans on it, and give it to the FBI and the government and the CIA and everything else. I don't like people scanning my driver's license for dip, cigarettes, beer, whatever it is that you buy. They should not be allowed to scan your driver's license for. Liquor, none of that.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Because they take it and they sell it to the insurance companies. They know you're a drinker. Write that down where you write down important stuff.
If you think it's important.
So anyway, if I went down there again tomorrow and they had a different expression, I would absolutely still buy it. I don't think water, did you taste it with water yet? I don't think it helps number 2 at all. Guy down at the gas station gets mad at me, won't let him scan my ID to buy a 6-pack of beer sometimes. Water sure doesn't hurt, number 1.
About to find out.
I'd almost say a lot of people would think it probably helps it. I do not, but...
Water does not hurt it. You're right. I don't know that it helps it, but it doesn't hurt it.
No.
Which is surprising because most of the time I feel like water hurts it all.
Yeah, I didn't think it did any favors to number 2, the water. It didn't make it bad or anything, but it didn't help at all. Have you even tried that yet?
Nope.
Since we're out here, we don't have our little numbering system. Do you remember, is it better but close, a little bit better, a lot better, not even close?
Water makes number 2 hotter.
Yeah, harder to drink. Be a good one to put some Dr. Pepper in.
No, I think water does not help number 2. It does help, or it doesn't hurt number 1.
I think we're on the same page there. So I say my winner, who we will reveal shortly, is a little better.
Mm-hmm. That's what I say.
So the second highest rate. So I mean they're close. It's not. I mean, there's not a huge drastic difference, but I say one of these is a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? You say the same?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to reveal your winner?
I am.
On 3, 2, 1. So we finally agree on something. That's been a while.
It has.
Yeah, so let's see what we did not pick. Let's see who the loser is, which is number 2 here. I just put a drum roll on the video.
Now, that goes back to my point of what I said earlier. This is not easy to get anywhere.
This is a small batch.
It doesn't matter if it's the blind batch.
My guess is whatever we're up against it is something that is easy to find because that's how the whole spreadsheet works.
Well, that'd be nice.
Well, this is how it's been built, bud. Just like when we did Evan Williams Bottled and Bond against Blanton's.
Let's be realistic. One of them's better. And
Right.
that's all there is to it.
We're getting ready to find out what's better in Colonel E.H. Taylor Small Batch.
What we think is better, yeah.
Yeah, what we think is better. Ready?
I am.
Look at here. This is very easy to find.
That's probably why you smelled bananas. It's a Brown-Forman product.
You think that's it, bud? So, yeah.
Everybody always raves about Jack Daniels and Old Forester, and anything that Brown-Forman makes smells like bananas. I didn't smell bananas, but that doesn't mean that you didn't.
I believe these are both 100 proof. Of course, the Taylor is Bottled and Bond. All Taylor is Bottled and Bond.
I did not know that.
I believe that's accurate because he was actually the guy that came up with the whole idea.
I did not know that.
I believe that's a fact. So Cooper's Craft is made by Brown-Forman. Bottled 100 proof. Trying to see. I'm sure it's a small batch. Chiseled barrels. I'm not a big fan of that, but that tasted awful good. Do not see an age statement, but I'm guessing it's very young if it's in chiseled barrels. Would you agree with that?
I don't know what chiseled barrel is.
It's where they cut the grooves in it so they can age it faster. There's more surface of the wood to whiskey.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
So they don't char it?
No, it's charred. It's bourbon.
Chiseled and charred.
Chiseled and charred. Louisville, so they may be making it right there on Main Street.
No, I think they're making it
They got
the
another.
big. Yeah, they got a big distillery.
So that,
I mean, they don't make it
look at there. What's that say?
chiseled and charred.
Yeah.
There you go. I think that's the first time I've ever tried that.
They have 2 different bottles that I see often. One's a little bit lower proof, and it's very, very reasonably priced. I've never had it's an 80 proof, I think, and this one's very reasonably priced as well. You never had that?
I haven't.
I'm a fan
We're gonna get a bunch of hate mail.
because people think that this is,
Yeah.
might as well have a little horsey on it. Comes in a fancy tube.
It does come in a tube. Put your socks in it.
I never thought of that. It's pretty smart. So anyway, let us know in the comments what you think. What do you think about Cooper's Craft? Do you think we're crazy because the Taylor's that much better? Let us know. Love to hear what you think about it.
I want to know if you think one is better than the other. Why you think one is better than the other? Not just because Cooper's Craft is so much better. Well, why would you even debate that? Or E.H. Taylor is so much better. Why would you even debate that? I want to know why you think it's better.
Yeah, what is it about one that makes you like it more than the other?
I'll tell you, I like number one because I thought the flavor was better. I thought it was a little more bitey up front, but I thought the finish was better than number two. And I thought the overall flavor was better.
A little sweeter to me, and I like that. Bananas.
Bananas, peanuts, and sweet wheat. Always bananas, peanuts, and sweet wheat. Don't worry, folks. The day's coming. Straight makers against sweet wheat. And that'll be the end of all of it.
There'd be no contest.
That's a fact.
Are you sure while we're here you don't want to try this banana pudding?
I'm positive.
Oh, that's too bad. Hey, we encourage you to go out and try to find this stuff. Kind of the whole moral of this story is you don't have to run around and, I mean, people pay $200 for that stuff.
Well, if you do, good for you.
If that's what you want, you should have it.
I do not own a bottle of that.
No, but you got some single barrel that we're doing in our Bourbon Bond tournament. It's on hold because these guys are still on strike.
John Deere's on strike now. There's going to be all kinds of people on strike.
Did you hear what they did at John Deere? They tried to get some of the office workers moving heavy equipment and crashed them. Good stuff.
You would have thought they would have had the essential people do that.
They're on strike.
It's weird.
Yeah. So anyway, let us know what you think. Hey, we had a great response to our first TikTok last week.
I'm out.
No, check us out on TikTok at Bourbon Battles, Facebook, Instagram. You haven't put anything on Instagram in a while.
It's been a while. I won't
get some
lie.
pictures.
I'm slacking on the Instagrams.
You need to get some pictures of this before you leave. Put them
My
on. this.
UV light burnt out at the house.
Just use a filter instead.
I don't have a filter. I don't know what a filter is.
Have your wife show you.
Okay.
She'll know how to work it.
She told me that she wanted to come on the show and try something.
She come next week, bud.
She's good, bud.
Yeah, she knows way more about it than me.
Her palate's way better than either one of ours, guaranteed.
I think she'd like corn cracker.
No.
I wouldn't do that to her. Hey, drink bourbon with your friends. Share your bourbon. You know, we talked about it earlier today. I got that birthday bourbon. Lonnie that was on the show a couple weeks ago said, man, I'd like to try it someday. We're having supper. Come over to the house to try it. It's just whiskey. Let people drink it.
Hey, speaking of Lonnie, I went to the local Costco the other day. They've got a bottle of 25-year Lafroig for $549.
You know, I heard that tastes like cigarette ashes, Band-Aids, and shit.
I'd go along with that. I've never even tasted it. I can pretty much guarantee it. But, I mean, you don't have refined palates.
Hillbillies.
That's right.
I was at a different distillery tour in Nashville last week. They make an American whiskey that's peated, and they get it out there. It's the last thing you drink.
I wonder why.
I was there. Yeah, because they tried to burn your face off with their other whiskey.
No, because if you drink that first, you wouldn't drink anything else.
No, so I tasted just a little bit of it, and I thought, oh my God. And the guy said, what do you think? I said, you're halfway to Lafroig. He said, yeah. I said, no, that's bad, bud. People, $70 a bottle or something. Oh, it was awful. Couldn't do it. Hey,
To each their own, you know what I mean?
people like it. Some people, I like that banana pudding.
It's good for you.
Drink whiskey responsibly. Do it with your friends. Send us a message on the Facebooks. Let us know what you want to see.
Is that with an S?
Compared to what?
Compared to nothing.
Right. On here, leave us messages. Let us know what you want to see. Hopefully, we'll be getting back to that Bottled and Bond tournament pretty soon because I'm anxious to get back into some Heaven Hill stuff.
I'm not anxious. I don't care if they ever settle their strike.
Well, I hope they do.
So do I, but...
Because all they'll do is bring in somebody else to work there. They're not going out of business over it.
No, they won't go out of business.
Figure it out. Get back to the business. Don't drink and drive. Until next time, I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Have a great day.